Hey guys, Aaron May here, back with another video. This video is going to be pretty different from all the videos I ever did. I decided to do a series right now. This series that I am doing is about my life. I'm calling it the This Is Who I Am series. It's basically a series about my life and growing up. One of the main purpose or reasons why I decided to do this series is because I want to try to make connections with people in the world. Because first of all, I feel like there aren't too many genuine YouTubers out there who really share the true side of themselves, and I want to be able to do that and also show how those experiences made me the type of person I am today. Mainly the type of person who's in the Air Force now, which I would have expected in my entire life. This series is basically, this series is going to cover segments. I'm not going to talk about every single detail of my life story, but I am definitely going to talk about childhood, teenage years to adulthood. So I'm hoping I can touch heart to heart, show you guys who I truly am, and you're gonna learn a lot about myself. So leave myself pretty vulnerable. I'm hoping I can reach out to more people, and I'm hoping that more people will speak up and talk about whatever's on their mind and comment about it. First off, let's start off this series with my childhood. First of all, for those of you who don't know, my name is Shakur May. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I'm currently 22 years old. I grew up in Buffalo all my life, and I have never, I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot in my life. I'm sure everybody has. First of all, my childhood was pretty different. I was generally a happy type of child. I want to say that I didn't have too many guy friends growing up. I had a lot of like female friends. The type of school that I went to was a charter school, and which is basically, I didn't know what a semester was till I got to high school, and we pretty much go to school in the summertime, and it's broken up into 3 semesters kind of. But anyways, went to a charter school all the way up to 8th grade. When I was little, I think I generally I was just a happy child. I was always energetic. I think that I was pretty, I don't know, androgynous, I guess, in a way. But then again, I was just a child, so I don't know if that really counts. One of my hobbies that I really liked doing when I was a little kid was making like origami. I loved origami so much. I used to make swans and cranes, and I just grew up loving that kind of thing. Eventually, I ended up, I like watched cartoons like anime and stuff like that, but not as much. Like I used to watch Sailor Moon. I used to watch Sailor Moon, so I didn't really know that was anime or not. But that's something I used to do besides the origami and stuff. Origami was like my main thing. What made my school different was the fact that I went to school from like 8 to 4 p.m. Every single day. We had clubs like middle through the day, like 11 o'clock, and we had after school clubs. And it was a mandatory type of thing. My school was different. Charter schools, we wore uniforms. We were blue or yellow was our colors, and the name of my school was Pinnacle Charter School. In my school, I didn't have a factory. We didn't have a cafeteria. We ate lunch on the floor, which sounds pretty crazy. We ate lunch on the floor. We didn't have a gym. You probably wonder why the hell am I at this school, but we had scooters for gym time. Eventually, our school grew. Like I grew with this school, and the school ended up having a lot of sentimental value. I met so many friends, grew up with so many friends, and it was a lot that went into that school. Eventually it grew. We got a second floor. We had got a playground. We eventually got a gym. And our school was just awesome. It grew. One of my fondest memories was that I actually had my face painted on the wall in school. And oh man. I didn't really expect to have my face painted. I was part of a baseball kind of thing, so my face was like this on the wall in the nurse's office. I become like real close to the nurse and school counselor ever since I was growing up. And part of it was because I had anxiety, and I'll get into that in the teenage years. But I grew up with a lot of teachers. A lot of people knew me. Like, just growing up with that school just was amazing. Like, seeing everything build was just an awesome feeling. One of the tough things about myself was that one of the hardest things was that I actually was bullied when I was little. I got bullied. I got punched in the stomach by this one kid named Bobby. I don't even know if I should say the name, but his name was Bobby. And he used to hit me in the stomach when nobody was looking. And I was kind of like scared to fight back because he always would hurt me. I think he used to like call me gay and stuff. And I didn't really like know what any of that really meant. And I think it was mostly because I was hanging around with a lot of girls at the time when I was younger. But I was just being a child. Until one day I got sick of him bullying me, and I stood up for myself, and I went to the principal's office and told on him and told the teachers, and I actually hit him back. I hit him back when nobody was looking. Like, I was like, just don't touch me, like, no more. I punched him back in the stomach, and he tried to fight me. This was second grade. We were little. But I got sick of him hitting on me because I'm like, dude, like, you're not going to just keep whacking on me and think I'm not going to do nothing back. Like, I'm sick of you bullying me. And the funny thing was that I actually didn't get in trouble, but he got written up. So that made me... during that time it was an eye-opener for me because I didn't know why he was trying to intimidate me, but having a bully when at such a young age, for him calling me gay or fruity at the time, I still kept my head up and I was smiling. Like, I genuinely was a happy kid. Like, I laugh at my pictures when I was younger because it takes over my face. Like, my pictures, my smile, I actually hate my smile a lot. I hate it because my eyes are really tiny, so most of the time I was cheesing so hard like this in like all my pictures, and I just hated the way I looked. But people used to tell me how big my smile was. I just always hated my smile, and that's one thing about me being a kid. Generally, I was pretty active. I always used to run. I wasn't that great at sports, but like I was always fast. I had this best friend named Quentin, who me and him were like really close, and we were like the fastest kid. So everybody wanted to play with us in sports time or free time or whatever. And generally it was interesting. Like, I used to try to find things in the playground, and eventually when we got a track, I tried to find like little animals. One funny memory about me was I was the kid to eat crayons. I'm not a Marine. Just kidding. I respect Marines, love you guys. Just little rivalry thing. But I was a kid that actually eat crayons, and I joked about it because what made me so close to the nurse and counselor was the fact that one day I decided to pick up a crayon and eat it. Was the day I became the closest, the tightest with my nurse. Like, we were like this. Like, she was part of the reason that started my after school club with my best friend, and I'll talk about that in another video. But yes, I was the crayon eating guy. So I don't know. I turned out all right, I think. But yeah, the teacher, when I first picked up a crayon, she's like, "What is that in your mouth?" And I'm all like, "Nothing." She's like, "Shakur, go to the office, go to the school nurse right now." And my second grade teacher we were Facebook friends to this day, which is awesome because she's seen me grow up since I was like a little kid eating crayons. I was that kid. Seeing my school grow up the way it did was just like, my childhood generally was pretty alright. I didn't have a dad growing up too much. He would show up occasionally or whatever, pop up every year or so. I'll get in more in depth with it because my mother, I grew up with a brother and a sister. We didn't have the same dad. We had the same mom. Generally, it was a lot. Like, I had stepbrothers and stuff, and I'll get in depth with that in another video. But I don't know. I think that my childhood generally was overall happy, and it showed me a little bit more about myself. Growing up, at the end of it, 8th grade, I want to say around 7th grade, in my teenage years, things had started to get a little bit hard for me. And I'm going to talk about that in my next video. But I hope you guys like this video. If you have any questions about my childhood or want me to share anything in depth, feel free to comment down below. Like the video if you liked it. And I hope you guys really like this series. Keep an eye on it. I'm going to try to post at least 2 days or so apart. And just hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And subscribe if you like. I will be making videos as much as I can. I hope you guys are ready for this This Is Who I Am series. It's going to get pretty intense. Alright guys, I'll see you guys later. MMA is out of here. Peace.